Hey guys, welcome back to the next episode in my Vault Hunters solo series. If you've already noticed, I've done a little bit of work. I'll show that off in just a second. But in the last episode, we finally reached level 20. And so we have a bunch of unspent skill points, which I'll just go into that real quick. In the off time, I went ahead and cleared out our basement a little bit better for a whole bunch of the new crafts that I did. And so you'll see in here, there's a whole bunch of things to claim. And so I'll get to those in just a moment. But basically what we're doing from here on out is we're just going to keep running vaults, keep trying out new vaults, as we'll hopefully be able to do starting this episode, and just getting better gear and keep moving forward. But without further ado, let me go ahead and pick this up and we can go downstairs and I will show you guys what I did off screen. And so you can already tell that's where the vault used to be. Made a wall off there. Now if we come down here, we have this nice big open space. That's where our vault will be going. And then I built this little space right here for what's called, pretty sure, let me look it up real quick, the artifact tomb. And so the artifact tomb is something that you need to complete in order to beat the final boss at level 100, and you can just get random artifacts from completing vaults after level 20. And so let's go ahead and get our first one. So we got this one, which normally it says the number, but let me see if I can find where it goes. Oh, there we go. So that one goes right there, and so we have one out of all of them, which is awesome. And then let's go ahead, place this back down, and we'll just keep going. So the transmog table, which I'll be putting upstairs, is literally just used to change what armor you want it to look like based off of the ones that you've unlocked so far. And so we're not going to be using that just yet because we haven't gotten anything crazy. But the next big thing, the crystal workbench, which I'm going to be putting right in front of our vault. The crystal workbench allows us to add seals, augments, capstones, and then also once we start unlocking them, just other benefits that will go onto the crystal. The soul diffuser will diffuse unwanted items we get from the vault into soul fragments, which can be combined into soul shards, so we can get more of those. And then the trinket forge, which I'll be putting upstairs as well, is the same as the other forge, but instead it crafts trinkets, which we rolled our first one in the previous, and it's the Tenos necklace, which gives 25% item quantity. And then the spirit extractor. So now that we are level 20, if we die in the vault, we will lose everything in our inventory that does not have soulbound. And the way you get it back is by spending gold. And so I'm actually going to go upstairs real quick and just go ahead and check if I have any soulbound gems. I don't think I do yet. I do not. So that is why I'm leaving some gold out, just in case we die. And this can just go... You know, I'll put it downstairs next to the crystal one. But let me go ahead and place these. Also, in the black market, there was a POG available to buy, and so I went ahead and bought that. So I'll put that in our chest afterwards. And we claimed these different burgers from here, which it just literally gives us experience, so I'm going to go ahead and eat those. So there we go. So now we're almost to level 22. Awesome. And so these will be going downstairs, and so will these. And so I'll be right back after I get this placed. Alright, so now we've got these placed down here along with everything else, and so that's everything new we've crafted so far. So let's just go ahead and claim all the different things. So we get a Phoenix capstone for completing the crystal, which just gives us, pretty sure, the Phoenix modifier. Pretty sure what it does is it just makes it so that we can't die in the vault, which is awesome. And we also get the more ores in chromatic caves augment, which is nice. And then what else have we done? So we got the revival, which gives us some gold, cool. Trinket forge, which just gives us a trinket scrap, awesome. Throw that out real quick. And then what else do we have? So catalysts, we can't craft any of these just yet because we have not run a level 20 vault. Inscriptions, same thing. And so inscriptions and the catalysts, that's what they're called, are also can be added to your crystal, just guaranteeing either more of a specific loot kind or a specific loot room. And then the transmog table, awesome. Throw that into our inventory. And then I should craft up the unique gear index. And so, looking into here, we can see all the bunch of different legendary items. So it goes Omega, which is the normal highest you can find, and then legendary items, which can only be found in specific places. So for instance, the castle can only be found in raid vaults. And so before we craft up our next crystal, let's go ahead and spec our skill points, because we got 3 more. And what I'm going to do is just do 2 into sorcery, and then 1 more into intelligence. So now our mana will come back faster, and our fireball should be hitting for a little bit harder, which is awesome. And then our expertise point, what do we want to go into now? And so I like going into Catalyst one first, just because I like modifying my crystals usually. But what I'm going to do, I'm gonna take Catalyst. And the next one I'll probably do like 1 into Fortune, maybe some into Crystal Mancer, and we'll just see when we get there. But for this one, we'll put it in here. And then also for our research ones. So we got another research point, and what I'm going to do is unlock the next tier of Vault potions. Just because it'll heal more than this one, so let's see what I need to craft that. Vault potion. Where are you? There it is. So the pacifist's potion. And so this is what I need to craft it up, and I will be right back. And just like that, we have the pacifist potion crafted up. Awesome. And so what I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to take one of these chests just so I can come grab these augments and the seal, and we will go put these downstairs. And let's go ahead, head on down. Bing. And we will throw this right next to here, and we'll just throw all of these in as just additives to put on our crystal. Awesome. And we are actually going to want to run this Light the Braziers vault because we have a Light the Braziers bounty objective. I also have a submit 116 chromatic iron, so let me just go grab that real quick, and we will check what we need for this vault as well. Alright, not too bad actually, so I'll be right back once this is crafted. Just like that, we have the requirements built up, so let's go ahead and claim it real quick. Boom, awesome. Let me check if I have any more building blocks. I don't, not of the vault cobblestones, but that's alright. 18 should get us pretty far. Let's make sure not to forget our shulker box. That would not be great, just in case there's other stuff we want to carry. And let's go ahead and just submit. Awesome. Claim that. Pop it open. So we got that, and what else? And we got some panite, right? Yeah. Awesome. And we can claim another one for the vault that we're about to do. Let's just see. Ooh. So this will give us 2 black chromatic steel, which is quite expensive, so I will be taking that just to show it off. So black chromatic steel. I spelled that wrong. Chrome. There we go. So black chromatic steel requires a perfect black opal and then 8 steel chromatic steel, and then each chromatic steel requires 4 chromatic iron. So it's a little bit of an expensive, so I will take that objective. So we'll take this. And so now I'm just going to put this away, and then we will run this vault. Alright, we have now loaded into our first vault of the day, which is the theme of geodes, which give us more ore and chromatic caves can generate, which is quite awesome. And then for braziers, what you'll see is that there'll be little fire stacks that we'll have to click on that will give bonus and negative effects. We have to click on 3 to complete it, and then we have to manually exit this vault to get out successfully. And so without further ado, let's just get right in it. And of course, if you guys are enjoying this content, please do leave a like and consider subscribing, as it will help me out. I'm just doing this for fun, but it's been a blast so far. Boom. Okay. And just like that, all of you suckers die. Awesome. Bang, mine this up. Num 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 num. Ooh, we got our first mod box. I think it's our first mod box at least. Okay, and we've also now got our first catalyst fragment. Awesome. And so we're just gonna keep running around and looting up, getting better gear. And there's our first brazier, so we will get more soul shards, but we will heal a little less efficiently. Ugh. Sorry about that, but we will take that. Where did you come from? That looks like it'll be your Nate, so I want to go up there. Awesome, so just zombies. Can deal with these guys easily enough. And here. Richer but faster, we can do that. Over here. Ooh, gilded and coin, let's go. Let's go. Oh boy, cool. Ooh, awesome. Right, so now in vaults, after level 20, we can find vendors and dungeons. Vendors will have different items for gold, as you see, which is why we have the pouch. Let's just go ahead and grab that. And we will keep going. Well, this is a boss challenge room, I'm pretty sure. And so you can click on one of these and then the center, and it will spawn that monster in. But with the added things we have in right now, I don't want to risk it. Plus, I don't need either of those dyingly, so I'm going to go left here now. Let's go ahead and exit our first vault of the day successfully. Bang. Alright. Awesome. We got a good chunk of loot from that one. So what I'm going to do is going to throw all of the rollables into here real quick, just so that they're separate, and then grab our 2 completion crates. Awesome. And so we got all that. We got everything in our shulker box, and then we have everything in our inventory. And so I will be right back once I've decluttered to open up the crates. Alright, we're back and we've got almost everything put on. Didn't mean to eat the cake. Oopsies. But, so we're back, we've got almost everything put away. I'm just going to go ahead and throw all this stuff to get diffused, just because we don't need all of this excess. So as you'll see, it turns into soul dust, and then soul dust can then be turned into soul shards, which would be awesome. Also from that, we got quite a good amount of soul shards. I won't complain from, but let's go ahead, pop these guys open. Boom, boom, boom. Ooh, yes. So we've got our first blank seal. Awesome. Let's go ahead and just pick all this stuff up. And so blank seals are what you use to create the different seals, which in the last one we used the seal of the scout to go into the Scavenger Vault, which is awesome. And so if we go into our objective, we can claim that, and so now we get 2. Awesome. And anything else? We did find that vendor, so let's go ahead and claim the gold for that. Very neat. And what else? The unique gear, which is just a complete quest. We don't get anything for it, but that's alright. Cool. But yeah, and so what we can do now actually is I'm going to accept this, and green bangles will be found in Scavenger Vaults, which I'm going to craft this up and we'll run it, and I'll explain just exactly what Scavenger Vaults do, but Scavenger Vaults have to be among my most favorite vaults that you can run. They're just so much fun. A little bit stressful, but hey, price you pay for having fun sometimes. Let's put this stuff away. Boom. Boom. Did I not put this on my pick? I guess I did not. Alright, well, let's go ahead and put that on. We'll put these few things away. So black chromatic steel can go in there. Boom. And so let's go ahead real quick. We'll take everything on out from here. Throw it up here. Boom, boom, and boom. And so I would like a newer helmet, even though it's Omega. It's just getting a little bit on the weaker side. So we low rolled on ability power. How about this? Our shield currently is still better, so that's fine. So that will be getting scrapped. However, let's see the boots. So 6 armor, 5% movement speed. I'll take the ability power over the movement speed, that's fine, so that's going to be getting scrapped. But this helmet, let's see if we can just get some better prefixes in, but do gain some extra health, so I actually am going to be taking this helmet. Let me just go ahead and enchant it. We will keep this though, so we'll go ahead and throw it in our keep bin for now. So we will be getting rid of that as well. And let's go ahead and open up our jewel pouches. Boom. Ooh, mining and rarity. We'll take the doubled up one. Oh my gosh, 4 of them. Immortality, item quantity, and reach and copiously. Cool. And this one we'll just go for 3 to 5. We'll take that. Take 4 trap disarm chance. Oh my gosh, we are getting some really great jewels. That's insane. Let's go ahead and throw the jewels in there. Awesome. And let's just identify the rest. Oh boy. That is a lot of mining speed plus trap disarm chance. So I think just because of how crazy that is, I am actually going to take that. But I won't scrap this just yet, just because in case we die. So now we'll have a backup. Awesome. Now what I'm going to go ahead and do off camera is I'm going to craft up the seal, finish this off, and I'm also going to craft the catalyst infusion table. So I will be right back. Alright, and so we've got the seal crafted, which we come in here and we can claim that real quick, which just gives us another seal of the hunter. Awesome. We also got our catalyst infusion table, which, just to explain what it does real quick, is using different amounts of, I think it's, are they all just the same? Okay, so it's just catalyst fragments, beniatite gem, and dream stone, which we did find some of that in the last gem and beniatite, which we are getting a little low on because of the research, but that's okay. We can then craft different infused vault catalyst, which, as it says, has 25% more ornate chests, but it will increase mob damage, health, spawn rates, and movement speed. And so when we look at this crystal, let's go ahead and craft it up real quick. Boom. So as you'll see, it shows capacity 23 out of 23, and on here it says size 10. So we'll be able to put 2 of these on before it reaches its capacity. And I almost never go over capacity just because it'll add scary modifiers to it that make it very difficult to complete. But also, since we're going to be running a scav vault, I'm going to be making another pouch to hold specifically scavenge items only. Boom, just like that, we now have the scavenge crystal crafted. Awesome. Let's also go ahead and we're going to go one more into heal and one more into fireball. So now our fireball will be doing our max ability power, which is awesome. Defense is at 38 damage, 44 health, 23. So we just crafted up both of the crystals, or the vault rocks in there. Let's go ahead and put our inscription table down. So inscription tables can create omega rooms that will spawn right around anywhere you want. Overworld inscriptions. I have no idea what those actually do, but that's alright. But let's just go ahead and claim all of these different objectives. Awesome. Diamonds we'll throw into our pouch for now, and the inscription pieces can go in there. Okay, actually, what I discovered and what I remembered is that now that we're level 20, we can now craft the next tier of vault tools, which will give us more capacity to put jewels and whatnot on. So I'm actually going to go ahead, craft this up real quick. So now it's going to have base 9 mining speed, ornate gilded coin, eventually we'll add living and wooden to it as well. Then we're going to have plus 2.6 item quantity, 6% trap disarm chance, better durability, 4% better item rarity, and 4.8% mining speed. Awesome. And that's only halfway through. Throw this in here, get efficiency, fortune, and unbreaking. Awesome. So for now, what we'll do is we'll throw it in the chest downstairs, and we're just gonna have to hope for the best that we can find some more gems to be able to craft what we want. And it's been long enough now, so let's go ahead in here. Kill dungeon mobs, gives us some more chromatic steel. I don't mind that. Complete, that's a lot of chromatic iron for research, but it's 2 of them, so I'm going to re-roll it. 13 Larimar, not really worth it. Find 1 gilded chest scroll in the vault. Does gives us a repair core and a black opal, but I'm going to roll it. Not quite. Submit 195 gold ingots. No. That's a little rich. Okay, awesome. So we've got complete the scav hunt, which we're about to do anyways, and it'll give us kiwis, which adds 10 seconds to the vault timer by removing 10% of our health. Oh, that's fine. We'll get another jewel pouch, perfect. Larimar, knowledge essence, and a random helmet. But we're already doing a requirement for it, so let's go ahead and take this one. Alright. And then this is still the same. But yeah, so really we're just trying to hope to find a better chest plate, better leggings, and then hopefully some better weapons soon. But let's go ahead and get right in. Alright guys, we are in our first Scav Vault. Let's go. It's a prismatic. Oh, 25% extra catalyst fragments. Cool. And we also have the theme of cinders, which gives Panite and black opals more often, which is cool because we are going to need to mine ores, ornate chests, and gilded chests. And so we're going to need to find those different items from those different chests, which I'm going to be focusing almost solely on getting those, completing our bounties, and yeah, so let's go right on in and get this done. Boom. That's cool. So that looks like it's probably wood. That's definitely wood. Just barely got up there, but let's go ahead. Boom. Okay. Okay. The rest of them are probably going to be below us, yep. Heal up, don't want to die. Boom. Cool. Let's just go ahead on down. See what we can find in here. So again, these are so these guys do hit pretty hard, so we're gonna want to be careful of that. Tell if that's above us or below us. I think it's below us, but let's just go on. Oh, so we found some gilded. Cool. So let's see if we can get some red scrolls. Which we got both of the red scrolls. Awesome. I'm gonna go ahead and say I'm pretty sure that's above us. Which is Coolio, and here we have some coins. Alright, let's go ahead and loot up these in this vault, but so far we have not, but let's go ahead Submit this and you'll notice in the top, gone. So now we just need to find ore and the ornate. Awesome. So we got an X marks the spot room. And this will give us a good opportunity to hopefully get those ornate chests. Hopefully it's not too hard. Make sure we're on normal. Let's just go ahead and do this real quick. Spawn them in. Here we go. Wish me luck, boys. That's it? Wow, that was really easy. Alright. And I think that's everything. Awesome, so let's just go ahead, build on out. So that was a really good vault, so now, or a really good room for us, so now we just really need to find an ore room. So let's just go ahead and run until we do. But yes, unfortunately, we were not able to get out of this vault successfully, but we did survive and we did get a whole lot of loot, so I'm going to get out before I die in here talking. So, as you guys can see, I went through the whole area trying to find an ore room, looking for ore POIs, but unfortunately we only found 8 ores and it did not give us what we needed. But that's okay. We got a whole lot of good loot. Actually gonna claim this real quick. Let's go ahead, spec once into strength, just so that when we're hitting them with our axe, we're still doing decent damage. And I'm gonna go ahead and put all this stuff away. Boom. All the rollables in here for now. And yeah, so we got all of this, and then we got a whole bunch of loot from the vault. So I'm just gonna go ahead, put this stuff away. So let's go ahead, roll the Omega, the Epic, and the Rare real quick. Take this out. Okay, so let's see how this is in comparison to our current helmet. Increased attack damage and the health is tempting, but I think we're going to keep our rare just because of the fact it... Actually, you know what? No, we're going to swap out these helmets just because of the fact that although we lose the 3 ability power and some mana regen, we still keep some, but we get more attack damage and we get roughly the same amount of health. So we're actually going to keep this. Plus the crit hit resistance, so we'll be a little bit tankier, which is good. We'll keep him, throw him on. How is this compared to ours? So block, chance, a little bit of a low roll, so we won't keep that. So first jewel, copiously, take it. Some item rarity, sure. Better item rarity, yes. Kind of just a crap jewel, so we'll scrap him. And then more copiously and durability, so we will keep that, and we'll keep that. So keep all these. Let's go scrap this one just to see if we can get a jewel real quick, and we'll roll these while we're waiting. But so we'll scrap him. So we did not get lucky enough, and neither of these are going to be better, so scrap all of those. And see if we get anything special. No, just, oh, we did get a gem, actually. Awesome. So what are we missing for our sickle? We are missing ornate, so we're just missing living and wooden. Oh, should we try it with another copiously? Oh, we got super lucky there. Awesome. Okay. So now, take our sickle. Let's go head on upstairs. And let's go 1, back to our main inventory hand. Go to our jewel crafting station. And so now, what did we still need on it? So we need wood. And we need living, right? Yes. Okay. So let's go ahead, add those to our vault sickle. And with that, we have, in comparison to our old one, let's go. So let's just hover here, go like this. So a little bit more trap disarm chance. Not as much item quantity just yet, but more item rarity, which is always good. And yeah. And then we still have 45 slots, which we'll leave probably. And then, wait, how much more do I have on this? Oh, I have 10, so I have enough to put just this tool onto here, but that's fine. 1.8 copiously, sure. We'll craft up a chromatic steel of this one later once we get a whole lot more, but in the meantime, head over here, throw that in there, and let's throw our sickle in there too, because we're no longer going to be using it. Alrighty. So let's head on down. And let's just run another scav vault real quick to try and finish off our bounties. Boom. Ooh. An Omega magnet for 2,300. Let's go ahead and buy that and roll it real quick. And so how's this going to compare? So our current magnet does have the legendary, but let's see if we can roll this one to being a little bit better. Alright, so we're into our next scav vault, which is just wood chest, living crates, and then horde mobs. So this should hopefully be a little bit easier to complete, granting that we can find the necessary living chest. I think that's going to be our only problem. Ooh. Let's go. So now we're choosing it, but I would die if I did not. But I think that should be all the spawns in here. So let's just go ahead and do this. Except dungeons that you just saw spawn. Different mobs, depending on which one you go into. Oh wait. Ruh-roh. Okay, nice. Okay, cool. Okay, so that's all of them done. Alright, so dungeons, as you just saw, depending which ones you go to, and spawn different kinds of mobs, but they also have all these different crates, which give a whole bunch of useful loot. So let's just go ahead and claim all of these real quick. Nothing to loot up here, okay. But let's go ahead and just loot this up. I've unfortunately kind of given up on this vault as well, just because we weren't finding anything that we needed, unfortunately. But let's just go ahead. Throw all of these in here already. Yeah, alright. We tried. Got a whole lot of everything not wooden and living, but could not find a living chest to save the life of me, unfortunately. So, with that, let's get out. Still got almost 25,000 experience, just straight up and down, same as we always do, but it's alright. So, oh, not what I meant to do. Boom. Alright. Oh, looks like we got some pillagers outside. Alright. So automatically, nope. Nope, low rolled. 15 compared to ours is just not as better. 15 again, a little bit of better attack speed, but that's about it. Ours is still better, but we'll keep that. Nope. Okay, 7 armor, nope. And this. Ooh. The ability power's garbage. But let's see what we can get on it. 3 health, knockback resist, mana regen. Okay. Do I have a fundamental focus yet? I don't. So that might come into play later, but so far everything in here not going to keep. That can get scrapped. All of those are going to get scrapped, but we'll keep, again, the armor. Wrong chest. Here we go. Boom. Okay, so let's throw that back up there, and let's now roll all of these. So, pouch 1. Kind of garbage. Ooh, legendary mining speed. That's good. Next one, item rarity and durability. We'll take. All the doubled up ones are pretty good. Take some trap disarm chance, I guess, and then some more item rarity. But what I'm actually going to do, just so I can break a little bit quicker, we'll throw that on there. And let's also just add some item rarity, because it's almost a max roll for it. But so now we have 8.1 item rarity. Awesome. Okay. Let's throw him in there. That can get scrapped along with these. And then let's roll our helmet, our chaotic boots, and the hopeful new sword. Let's see if we can get lucky. So first things first. 7 armor, 12 ability power. Okay, so that's just awesome. So let's go ahead in here and just try and get some better additions on it. So the 3 health is nice, but that's what I'd like to see. Okay. And we got the mana regen back. Awesome. So we are running through helmets, but that's okay. Better helmets, I'm never going to complain. Chaotic boots. So chaotic boots have 0 crafting potential. They're usually pretty good. However, these ones, not the greatest, but we'll keep them. And then how is this in comparison to our sword? So better damage. I think the only thing I'm going to want to try and do is see if I can get chaining on it. Chaining with swords is awesome. Okay, there's the chaining. It's another 6% attack speed. And ability power. Yep, there we go, guys. New sword. Let's go. And upgrade it. Cool. Actually, hold on. And then, boom. Bing. Awesome. Okay, now we're down back to this. So let's put these away into this chest real quick. We'll keep that sword over that one, and then the rest of this we can scrap down. Alright, so we got our double pouch crafted just so it can hold everything just in case. And so let's go in here and just grab everything we're gonna want. So actually, I'm also going to throw our pogs and then echo gems into this one to free up space in the other. And then let's cycle. So sword, axe, whole set of armor, shields, knowledge stars, wands, and focus. And then jewel pouches. Okay, awesome. I do have a skill into infuser, right? 20% chance. Okay, so let's just add. So it did add it. Okay. Alright. And we'll throw you in there for now. And let's make it Spore Grove, sure. So mobs are going to have increased damage, health, and spawn rates, and movement speed. Okay. That's alright though. But we're going to have 50% more ornate chests from this vault. Awesome. And we're just going to have to wait to run the next scav one, unfortunately. But that's okay. So this is at max capacity, and I have one more slot available on this. Which we already have a lot of item rarity, which I'm very happy with. So let's just go ahead and run this vault, and let's see what we get. Is there anything else? Oh, dungeons, right. So for completing that dungeon, we get a pog. Okay then. Alright. Alright. So we got a Spore Grove one, which gives nothing extra special, and it's just an elixir vault. So let's just go right on in, try and get a successful vault today. Let's go. Okay. Well, I'm not worried about completing this vault on time. We are smooth rolling. We're just under, or just over halfway through, sorry. Oh, we got another ore room. I'll take it. Out my head. Let's get on it before we risk any more. Bonus loot, sure. 1, 2. Awesome. Let's go. Successful vault of the day. Finally. Looted a lot of rooms, 39,000 experience. Let's go. Alright. Well, let's see what we got. So, ooh, we got a epic helmet, or epic chestplate, sorry. Another jewel pouch, and then just a whole lot of regular loot from that vault. A lot of gems. Love to see it. So let's just go ahead, declutter. Just like that, we are delooted. So let's go ahead and claim this real quick. Boom. Ooh. So we got some chaotic focus, reforge the random tier. Cool. Got some of these, and I think we got another. Yeah, we got some more kiwis. Alright, let's go ahead and just roll this real quick and open our jewel pouch. Let's go reach and just grab it. Furnished chestplate. 7 armor, little less ability power, same mana. Okay, let's go upstairs and see what else we can get on this. Sorry about the rain, I can't sleep just quite yet. So add 6 resistance, 7 durability. So let's go ahead and reroll suffixes. Cool. And alright. I think I like this chestplate a little bit better. And the rest of this we'll just identify. Ooh, Eternal Flame. That's cool, but unfortunately the rest of this is just not going to be better than what we got. Actually, let's go ahead first. Let's spec in here. So, cast ability next is 120%. Same time, bigger radius. Cool. Let's go in here. So those all cost 2. I don't like that. Those low ones, not my favorite. Let's just go... No, we're not having a problem with mana, so let's go more soul shards from them, and just another into heal to be safe. Let's go over our whole stats. So we do 55 average damage, 53 defense, so that's awesome. 100 mana, okay, so 64 ability power, that's crazy. 40 mana, happy with that. Attack damage is 30. Okay, cool. Awesome. So let's go ahead, run the next one. Bing! Alright, we are in the next vault. This will probably be the last vault for this episode, but we got increased coin piles, which should help us with the blood vials, but we have our enemies of wood crates and living crates, so let's hope we can try and do this. Let's see if we can get our redemption for not completing the last 2 scav vaults. Let's get right in. Oh, coin piles galore! So we should 100% get all the coin stuff we need from here. Right, got 5 blood vials for 1, so now we just need living crates, which shouldn't take too long to get, I hope. Take more coins, because, yep. More money, never a bad thing. Okay, here's some living. Alright, we got one of the zombie arms, let's go. That's one down. Okay. Cool. Just need one more. Have what I need. Yes! So now, when the time comes, we can just submit. So we can now freely loot. Okay. Awesome. Okay. I'm not taking chances. And that's why I did not take chances. Let's go ahead and break these up again. Okay. So far so good. Okay. Not taking chances. Oh, wait. Okay. I feel like... Not today, boy. There's usually supposed to be some sort of specialty thing, but... Oh, my side. Get me out of here. Okay, that should be it for spawns. Please. Okay. 2 champions on top of the dungeon master was a little crazy, but Played safe. Cheesed it. Don't care what anyone says. Rather cheese and survive than balls to the wall and die. Okay, yeah. We're not gonna take any chances. Let's just go ahead, get on out right now. Vault completed successfully. Okay. Boom. 44,000 experience. That's crazy. Let's go. And then we also get boom and boom. Let's go. So I'm going to throw all of those into there. Same with our coin pouches. And I'm just going to go ahead. So we have got him from looting, which is awesome. So let's run inside real quick. Boom. Throw these guys in here, and let's also throw the velvets in here. So boom, boom, cool. So that's everything we got from the vault, and then I'll show you guys everything in here as oh wait, I completely forgot about all this. Let's go just do that real quick. It's a lot of mining speed, but it's not worth it. So I'm gonna come down real quick. Hold on. Just throw all of this stuff into the recycler, and then I'm gonna go ahead and get everything put away. Be right back. Alright guys, we've got everything from our backpack put away, so let's just go ahead and open these crates up. Boom, boom, and boom. Oh my gosh, I think I just saw a pog. Let's go ahead and grab all this. Cool. And so let's go in here. So we got some essence, some more Larimar. We got a raid room. Cool. We got 2 more blank seals. Perfect, considering we used up all of ours. So let's just go ahead and put that in there. Put that away as well while we're at it. And let's check out. Holy cow. We did get another pog. Pog, pun intended. And let's just go ahead and put these diamonds away in here. Whooshing. Throw in these chaotic focuses and these emeralds. Awesome. All of our pouches. And I'm going to put all of them in the same level, just so it's easier to roll them. And then I'm going to go ahead and just grab all of the rare and the omega that we got. So let's put these together, and we'll put all of those together. Boom, boom. Okay. So let's go ahead and open up all of these jewel pouches real quick. So we'll take the immortality for now. Ooh. Soulbound, trap disarm, and item rarity. That's pretty good. I might actually, yeah, okay. I'll put that on there after. Hold on. Ooh, legendary trap disarm chance. Nice. Vanilla immortality, sure. That's a good vanilla. That's an okay one. Another item rarity. And legendary durability. But I'll actually take that, and we can scrap that afterwards, and then we'll roll these two, see what we get. So I'm gonna scrap this stuff. So let me just do this. So okay, so we high rolled pickup range, which is nice, and 9 pull speed. So let's see if we can actually get this to be a little bit better. Not quite, not yet at least. And then let's see this one. Nope, I don't like block chance on my armor, so we'll leave that for now, but let's go. 1, let's go ahead and roll these ones real quick, and then we'll do the last 4. And so those are gonna get recycled, but let's check these. I like the armor, but I don't like the mana roll. 9 armor, but low rolled on the ability, so no. Mana, no. And actually, that can get scrapped since we already have one. 8 and 20 again with the mana. 9 and 13. Ooh. Okay, hold on. Let's throw this in here, and we want to re-roll the prefixes. So 1, so armor, attack damage, and knockback resist. So it'll give us a lot more armor. So I think I'm actually going to take that over the one we had. Well, let's just go ahead and check. So our defense rises 1%, but our ability power goes up by 3, which makes sense. And what's our armor's 43 to 40. And our health drops by 3. I'll take it for now. And then let's go ahead, roll the chaotics, and then we'll do the omega last. Okay, so already that's pretty good, but again, the legendary thorns damage is kind of holding us over for the moment, so we'll hold off on that. The leggings are not better, so we'll hold off on that, and then just the ability power. I don't care for that wand. And so let me go ahead and roll the Omega Vault leggings that we got and see what we get. Ooh, okay. Oh, but we get the crit resistance. Do I have any fundamental foci? I don't yet. Alright. So that's really good. That can be really good, but at the moment I don't have anything to roll it, so let's get rid of all of those. Or not get rid of, just put them up there, and we'll throw all of those armor into there. Awesome. And we'll throw him into there for now as well. Boom, swap back to 2. Awesome. And then all of this can get scrapped, and I'm gonna go ahead and put this gem on our chromatic sickle. Boom, boom, bang. Awesome. So 10% trap disarm chance plus the 10% item rarity, and it's now soulbound, so that's awesome. I'm gonna head down here, scrap up these real quick, and let's go ahead and just spec these points. And so in here we went, I think, fortune last time. We're at 20% for the infuser, sorry, but let's go again into the infuser, so it's a 40% chance of not having a negative modifier. Awesome. And then the skill points, let's go ahead, do what should we spec into next? So we already have Horde Mastery, that's okay. Healing Cloud. Don't think there's anything that goes with healing, unfortunately. No. Do I have any chilling? Frozen. Hitting a chilled mob has a chance of causing a frost nova to be cast. what does Frost Nova do? So let me go in here real quick, see if we can find Nova. Nova, deal a percentage of your ability power in a radius around yourself. Okay, so it's just another area of effect. And then hitting a chill bomb has a chance of causing them to get glacial imprisonment for 3 seconds, and if hit again, they will shatter and die instantly, regardless of their health. Ooh. I think I'm going to go with the Frostbite. Go 2 into Frostbite. Nice. And... what's the next one? A Fireball. 94 damage. Cooldown still 27. So let's actually go into heal. Just so we don't die in the vault, which we got very close to doing today. But yeah, we redeemed ourselves in the Scav Vaults by successfully completing one. We got a whole bunch of loot. We leveled up to level 30. And we're just getting into the thick of it now. So I'm having a lot of fun. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, consider subscribing if you want to see more, and I'm going to leave it off there. And I will see all of you in the next one. Goodbye!